Prices are rising at the fastest level in 30 years. The average food bill could increase by £271, and many shoppers are turning to discount retailers as pressure grows. Some supermarkets like Asda and Morrisons have announced price cuts as shops fight to keep customers. Well, joining us from Bradford is Ged Futter, a retail analyst and a former buyer for Asda. Really good to have you with us. I wonder, first of all, what's your take on these price rises? Are they likely to keep rising? And if they do, when do you think we might see them peak?
Yeah, we certainly will be seeing prices rises. What we saw today was prices are rising at just less than 6%, so about 5.9%. So I'm certainly expecting in the inputs that I'm seeing, I think we're going to be seeing prices rising by over 10, probably up to about 15% later in the year. So what we're seeing at the moment, certainly on food, is just a start of inflation that customers are going to see.
And across the board on food, all goods, is that what you're saying?
Yes, I mean, there's not a single category that is going to get away with having lower prices. So we're seeing certainly inflation across every single category. It doesn't matter whether it's fresh products, whether it's long life products, whether it's frozen products or chilled products. Every single category is seeing prices rise. And
it is worth reminding people why these prices are rising in the way that they are.
Yeah, well, actually, the reason why they're rising is a number of different factors. What we are seeing for the first time is every single part of the food supply chain is going up. It doesn't matter if it's the packaging, if it's the raw materials, if it's the energy, if it is the fuel that gets it from the manufacturer to the retailers, then from the retailers to the stores, everything is going up.
So if Asda and Morrisons are then announcing price cuts, how on earth can they do that?
Well, the reason why they've done that is because they've been losing market share. So when Morrisons had the last market share, their market share numbers were going back by about 14.5%. So the latest market share that's come out today has shown that they are still losing share. So Asda and Morrisons are losing share and losing customers and shoppers faster than any other retailer. So they have had to do something. One of the reasons why they've been losing customers more is because their prices have been higher than the other retailers. So they've had to invest in price and get their prices closer to their competitors.
But presumably supermarkets can't absorb all these extra costs indefinitely, can they?
No, they can't. And what we have seen is we're already seeing a lag in the way that the retailers have been absorbing them. So Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Aldi, the amount of inflation that you've seen through them has actually been absorbed. So they have been absorbing some of it, but they can't do that forever. That's why we saw from Morrisons about 2 weeks ago, they said that their profits for this year would be lower than last year. So what we saw them 2 weeks ago saying that their profits were going to be lower. And then yesterday, what we saw is them putting prices down. So that is why their profits will be lower.
Just a brief final thought, Ged. What are the options for shoppers? Will it be a switch from big brand goods to own labels?
Well, what it will be a switch into the retailers where they get the best value. And I think that's why we're seeing customers move about. And it's not just people like Aldi and Lidl where they're moving into any retailer where they get consistent low prices. And that's what will matter to the customers over the next 18 months.
Ged Futter, really good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us.